Right, hello, this is the first installment of my Bluetooth radiogram video. So I have an old radiogram from the 60s which is in good working nick. The amp's fine, the radio works and the record player works, but I want to take it to a different level, so I'd like to install a Bluetooth module in there so I can play music, stream music from my phone over to the radiogram. So managed to get this little Bluetooth module, which is really tiny. I didn't expect it to be this small, but I've somehow managed to solder on all the bits required just by hand. So this basically connects to your device as a media, what's it called again? It's like an external speaker. So I consulted the wiring diagram, which showed that I have to attach, you can see, I don't know if you can make out the individual connections here. A lot of them, there's about 20 all in all, I guess. You can connect a volume control, you can connect, you know, you can skip between tracks, there's have a light to indicate, there's various things you can connect, which this chip just all deals with. But consulting wiring diagram showed me that these three are the ones to use for left output, right output, and your neutral. And then these two at the end are for voltage in and out. So I've had to I'd like to connect it to the mains bit inside the radiogram, so I've had to wire this in as well, which is a 3-volt transformer, so it takes in your mains 220 volts here, transforms it to 3 volts coming into the Bluetooth module. So the next part, I'll have a look at the inside of the radiogram and try and figure out where I'm going to wire it in, probably just to the volume pot. We'll see how it goes. So this is the radiogram. It's a Marconiphone 4304, which is the same as an HMV. I think it's a 2304. But here we have the guts. So this is just the back panel. It's quite a big sort of floor standing unit. So I've tested these two here. Is a mains supply, and we've got the volume pot. Don't know if you can make it out. Second from what's the right on this side. So I'll be attaching my stereo output to that. I've actually decided to wire in a little switch like this to switch on and off the Bluetooth unit, just to prevent any noise when I'm not using it, if I'm just using the gramophone or the radio on its own, and also because this little chip on the Bluetooth unit, wish it would focus. There we go. This little chip gets very, very hot. So I'll probably mount it up at the back there, just onto the ceiling of the cabinet, and drill a tiny little hole. I'll probably have some aficionados screaming at me for that, but hey ho. Alright, well, let's get. So there it is, all wired in. Hopefully you can see that. Quite a neat job, quite chuffed with it. Got my speaker leads there, power going in there, and this side, hopefully you can see a switch there. Let's get soldering. So after a couple of issues, I've got this all wired in. So I don't know if you can see, this white cable is the power for my Bluetooth module. I've attached that just directly where where the power comes in there, blue and brown, you can see. That is actually where the power comes in. I tracked it properly, and then I've got my speaker cables coming up here. And after a bit of problem with the volume pot, I decided I'd just wire it up to where the turntable, the gramophone section comes in. So it'll only work on that channel, but that's absolutely fine. So that's all soldered in eventually. Yeah, let's go test it. Right, I'm all finished soldering and closed it all up and tidied away. I really do need to get a new workspace. You can probably do this kind of Bluetooth procedure with any kind of old radiogram or wireless. Just bear in mind that that Bluetooth module takes a 3 to 5 volt supply, so you just have to get the correct transformer, or you could probably use 2 AA batteries. Yeah, I'm sure many folk will have some qualms with the way I've set it up, but let me know what you think anyway. Right, let's switch it on and see what happens. So there is a bit of buzz. I've obviously tested this first, but I don't know if you can hear the buzz. Right. Oh, shoot. My battery's about to die. Right, Bluetooth, let's get it on. So these are ones I've already paired. Let's try switching it on here. I'm getting a little sound. Scan for devices. There we go, Bluetooth speaker. Little sound to confirm, that's coming through the speakers here. So it's paired, as you can see there, as an audio device, these little headphones there. So any sound I play through my phone should play on my gramophone there. Right, we've got the monophonics lined up here. Let's beautiful. Right, pretty chuffed with that. Might have myself a little whiskey to celebrate. Cheers, guys.